If you do celebrate Thanksgiving, hope you had a fantastic meal with family and friends, or one of those disastrous family events where it just all goes wrong despite the best efforts to prevent it. We've all had those. You just shake your head and wonder why you even bothered. But when it goes right, it's a fantastic day of celebration. Hello again, Michael Friedrich here from beautiful North Carolina, and today I have two new products for review. It's going to be the soap and aftershave toner, holy cow, the man from Mayfair. This is another milk-based soap. This is a donkey milk-based soap. It also includes tallow and lanonin, as well as, I believe, cocoa butter, shea butter, cocoa butter. Very, very good stuff. Let me show you what it looks like inside the container. A delightful light color, definitely a hardish soft soap. The scent on this is kind of a nod, it's their nod to a classic barbershop scent, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it's bergamot, basil, lavender, patchouli, oak moss, and sandalwood. So what you get, at least for me, it's like a light, spicy citrus scent on top of a slightly heavier, kind of a musky, woodsy scent. Scent strength is sort of mid to strong out of the tub, and certainly not overwhelming or overpowering. Really a lovely, lovely scent. And yes, it is a donkey milk-based soap, so I, of course, started this off high expectations, following on from last week, which was, of course, also a milk-based soap. Today I'm going to be using this Yaqi brush. This is the Yaqi 24. I've used this before. This is the 24mm High Mountain Badger. So this has very soft tips. You can see how much this brush is sort of opened up. A little bit of scrub to this brush when you really get it going. I have some of the soap pressed into the Captain's Choice loading bowl, and for the razor, it's going to be the delightful, as always, Gillette Slim Twist, or the knack. This is a twist open, non-adjustable razor. Very easy to use. I'm going to include in there today, for the third week, on its last shave today, this Wizamet Polsilver blade. This is going to be shave number 18 on this blade. It is clearly reaching its limits. So today will be the last shave, but I gotta tell you, still doing pretty well. Certainly less sharp, but still pretty smooth. Okay, let me get my face wet, and let's go ahead and get the lather going. Yeah, just a nice segue from last week to do another milk-based soap, and certainly no issue with another sort of food-themed shave, of course, given Thanksgiving. We, unlike many, did not do a traditional Thanksgiving meal. We haven't done one in quite a number of years. This year we did bison chili. Our neighbors brought over homemade sopas. We had beer and tequila and a green salad, and for dessert, our other neighbors appeared as well for some pumpkin pie and, of course, the highlight of the evening, Rice Krispie treats. All right, I'm just loading the brush now. Starting off with a pretty dry brush because I think this soap is a little bit sensitive to water at the beginning. If you put in too much water, you end up with a kind of a light, fluffy lather. So I'll start with a somewhat dry brush. I'm loading pretty heavy. I'm going to keep adding just a few drips of water here. Incorporate the water slowly but steadily. And what you'll see is kind of a dense lather beginning to build around the outside edges. If you do celebrate Thanksgiving, hope you had a fantastic meal with family and friends, or one of those disastrous family events where it just all goes wrong despite the best efforts to prevent it. We've all had those. You just shake your head and wonder why you even bothered. But when it goes right, it's a fantastic day of celebration. All right, I think we're getting pretty close. Yeah, a little bit more water and just a little extra loading, and then I think we're going to be good to go. Apologies for the clanking. All right, I'm going to wet my face. I'm going to build the lather. This is, as always, 2+ days worth of growth. Scent definitely comes out stronger when you begin to lather the soap. Yeah, and that is a little too dry, of course. Now we're just going to add a bit more water to the brush. I'm just dripping it onto the tips. So what I found with this soap is that it doesn't tend to build sort of these mountains of puffy lather. What it builds is a nice, as you can see there, kind of a dense, sleek, a bit more water required, but this is going to turn out really well. So the brush, if you do not push down at all, like if you really don't scrub, very nice soft tips. But if you do press down and you start to splay it, nice bit of scrub. Yeah, soap has kind of a nice, kind of fatty feel to it. A little more water. Yeah, I have very little in the loading bowl, so if I need to go back to the puck, I will. There we go. Yeah, that feels right. Okay. All right, shave number 18 on the Wizamet Polsilver blade in the Gillette. Now, I've had to double check this a couple of times. It's been coming loose during the shave a little bit, so just have to watch that. Still going. Yeah, and the blade doesn't feel sharp anymore. And it feels smooth in kind of a different way than it did for those first 6 or so shaves. And I will say that the sort of the slickness and the protection level from the soap really makes this actually a lot easier to do. Yeah, it's really kind of a posh, classy scent with a slightly different take on it. The addition of the basil, I think, or the basil, depending on where you're from, adds a nice different note to the soap. Okay. Yeah, for those of you participating in No Shave November or Movember, hope it's going okay. Getting close. I imagine that for some of you it's going to be a tremendous relief to shave off that 30-day beard. I know it was for me the year that I did it. In fact, I think that's one of the years where I grew the mustache and then I shaved it off with the DE89. Just took a couple strokes. It's a great example, by the way, for your friends and family who may doubt the power of the safety razor. All right, I've just loaded a little bit more from the bowl. Yeah, soap feels kind of dense and creamy already. A nice kind of slick layer. This brush does tend to hold on to quite a bit of lather. There we go. Thin, but still very good coverage. good slickness and good protection. So now let's go for pass number 2, the across the grain. Yeah, I really enjoyed using this soap all week. Very good results, easy to use. The scent is really good, just has a nice classy feel to it. And a really rich set of ingredients in there. Combination of the donkey's milk and the lanonin alone I think would make for a good base, but you add in some of the other butters. Great soap. Yeah, no real tugging from that blade at all. And yes, to be fair, this is a mild razor. Still, overall, very easy shaves. That's probably the most noticeable part where you can feel that the blade is starting to really reach the end of life. Still, man, already really nice shave. All right, rinse and get ready for pass number 3. I'm going to load a little bit more soap from the bowl. Just dip the tips in the water a little bit. Let's pick up whatever soap is still remaining inside the loading bowl. Once you get to this part there where it's really pressed into just that middle piece, it can get hard to load out of it. It's one downside of sort of ending up with the remainder at the end of the weekly shave. You have to work a little bit harder. There we go. Let's pull some of that lather out. You can see nice density, nice slickness to it, good shine. All right, last pass. I'll just drip a bit of water on the brush. Yep, smells good. Now squeeze out the remainder and you'll see just how much lather is stuck inside there. You can see how well that's holding together too. All right. Try to get the remainder out. There we go. Wow. Kind of crazy how much is actually still stuck in that brush. There we go. Looks a little sloppy, but rather use it than lose it. All right, rinse off my hand, and final pass. This will be against the grain. Just have to watch the pressure here because Tuesday or Wednesday just get a little enthusiastic, overly enthusiastic. I think this will be a pretty smooth shave. I don't think it's going to be a super close shave. But we'll see. We're going to try to go out with a bang. Wow, pretty easy still. Taking a little extra work to get clean under there, but let's see how it ends. Wow. Soap just has such a nice fundamental slickness to it. Yeah, I mean, overall, I definitely prefer the milder razors. They just work better for me. A lot less concern. I like the buff. Just easier. Soap is a little reluctant in rinsing. Residual slickness is pretty good, but again, I don't know. I'm kind of loath to kind of recommend a soap based on its residual slickness, only because like you're really not supposed to be shaving with that. It's an interesting side note, but I'm not really sure that would be the thing that would decide me on one soap over another. All right. Wow. Man. 18 shaves in. That is pretty good. Now, post-shave on the soap. This is another highlight, honestly, for me. Post-shave is really good. No tightness, no sense of kind of dryness. There's a slight touch of a kind of I don't want to say greasy, but fatty feel to it. Very, very nice. Post shave has been excellent all week. You know, there's always a day in the week when I just don't use anything at the end of the shave and just let it go. And overall, very, very happy with that, just on its own. But you can see once it really dries down, of course, it's going to be a little bit squeaky. Now, let's end this with the aftershave toner. So this is a really interesting take on the toner because it is alcohol-free and witch hazel-free. It has 2 additional ingredients here, which I'm not going to try to pronounce for a couple reasons. One, they're hard to say, and 2, the print is very small on this label. But those 2 ingredients are focused, one on reducing inflammation and irritation, and the other is on moisturizing, sort of capturing moisture in your skin. So the first ingredient I will tell you is organic aloe leaf juice and then water. So when you first put this on, it is a very, it's a very kind of a thin, watery toner. Don't use too much at the front. So I've used what my normal amount is, and I've sort of split that into 2. So I'm going to put, I know this is going to be kind of hard to see, but I don't know, like a dime-sized portion in there. Rub it in my hands and just gently apply it. There is an initial touch of slickness from the aloe vera, but no tackiness or sort of stickiness to it. Dries down very quickly. Lovely light scent, very nice compliment to the soap. The scent is not long-lived at all. The scent is just kind of a blast when you first put it on, and that's really about it. Now, I'm going to put on a bit more of the toner. The toner feels kind of cooling, certainly very soothing. I'm going to put about the same amount on again. And the thing about the toner that I have really, really enjoyed this week is that once it dries down and you give it a few minutes after that, my skin, well, I'm not really sure how else to describe it, but my skin just feels natural and it feels right. It feels smooth and it feels supple, and it just feels like my skin should feel when it's well taken care of. I don't know really how else to put it. You know, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but I've been incredibly happy with the performance from that aftershave toner. My skin has been very, very good all week. Supple, it feels smooth. It doesn't feel hydrated because I've moisturized it. It just feels right, like my skin is supposed to feel. So overall, very, very happy with that toner. And I think what I'll do is I'll keep using it in future shaves in the next couple months where I don't have a matching toner aftershave to go with the soap I'm using. I'm going to be using that quite a bit, so apologies if you become bored with it, but really, really liking that aftershave toner. All right, well, shave 18 on that blade under the belt. Not too shabby. In fact, very, very nice. All right, let's run down the products again. Lickety split. 2 products from Holy Cow, not Caw, but Holy Cow. Man from Mayfair, the shave soap, which is donkey's milk, tallow, lanonin, cocoa butter, shea butter. Beautiful, rich soap, wonderful scent on the soap, very easy to lather. Don't start off with too much water, build up slowly as you go. Very good shaves all week, very good post shave, easy to use. Overall, excellent, excellent results. Very happy with that. The toner, which I will cap before I show it to you, so it doesn't look nude. The Man from Mayfair, the Holy Cow Aftershave Toner. As I said, excellent results from this as well. Alcohol-free, witch hazel-free, wonderful results. Nice scent, which dissipates very quickly. The dry down is pretty quick. Yeah, beautiful results with that stuff. Just really, really like how it makes my skin feel. All right, the brush, High Mountain Badger from Yaqi, the 24 millimeter. This is kind of a cool looking handle, by the way. Two-tone. Yeah, very nice. Oh, lather on my hand. All right, then the Gillette Slim Twist, still doing a great job. And of course, let's not forget to show it off one last time. 18 shaves on that Polsilver blade. 18! And really good. That was a really good close shave, as you can see. Beautiful results. But I think I am going to bin it and move on to the next one for this week. Wow, I think that's it. We're done. Whew, nice. All right, well, thank you again, as always, so much for watching these videos. I really appreciate the time you're taking to watch them. As always, please feel free to leave questions or comments against this video or any previous video. Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.